And I think this is a good idea because I always struggled with reading out loud. Now I can do two things. One is practice my reading out loud, and two, read it out loud for those of you who are too lazy to read it on your own. So this is issue 13, Stop Rating Things, 7 out of 10. I love making small changes that have a big impact. We are consuming so many things every single day that it would be emotionally and mentally frustrating to keep track of every single thing. Recently, my personal digital consumption has been much healthier and consisted of a lot less junk. What is junk consumption? That's definitely something I'm going to write another blog issue about, so stay tuned. But essentially, it's the stuff you know you shouldn't be consuming but consume anyways because you like it. A physical, not a digital, example would be those pastries and cookies you eat that your mama bakes for you. You know it's not the healthiest choice, but you can't say no to your mom's bacon. Keeping track. So my digital junk consumption has gone down. Why? Because I've been keeping track of all the articles I've read, the movies and videos I watch, the music I listen to, and the websites I've been clicking into. Some of which can be found in links that don't suck on emil.io. So what I've been doing is rating some of these, but, and there's always a but, I haven't been using the number 7 on the scale from 1 to 10. I think that 7 out of 10 is a default rating that we give to the things that we enjoy, but that we also know we're below average or suboptimal, subpar, whatever. Alright, there's too much, I just can't. Why did I print this on the front? Honestly, I think it's the safest number you can give to something or tell someone without hurting their feelings. Okay, so 6 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 only. Take a minute and think of the last conversation you had, article or paragraph you read, video you watched, or anything you consumed, and give it a rating out of 10 without using the number 7. As you'll see, there's much less ambiguity. It's either a meh, wouldn't recommend it to a friend 6 out of 10, or a let's do it again sometime 8 out of 10. The real reason why I wrote this was because I've seen it work wonders in my life personally. So then, Boctaoe, Boctao. What this stands for is, but of course, there are obvious exceptions. Coined by Scott Adams, so he could write it at the end of dodgy tweets he wanted to write that he knew would trigger other people. Why I write it here is because not everything needs to be labeled with a number. I repeat, not everything needs to be labeled with a number. And this is the obvious exception, because I think if you go about living and just putting a number on everything, you're taking everything as such a base, superficial level that it's just a number. Some things shouldn't be a number. So next time you're rating something, just don't use the number 7 and just try incorporate this into your daily lives. Also, I'd encourage you to ask other people what they would rate something out of 10 without using the number 7. It's great fun, and I always do it to members of my family. Anyway, that's all I wanted to discuss, and I initially read about this in a book called Tribe of Mentors by Tim-Ferris, and one of the dudes in it, called Kyle-Maynard, wrote about how he incorporated it into his life and how it has changed how he looks at things and how he rates things and the things he's consumed. And I've been doing it for about 2 or 3 months now, and I think that it really does change how you look at some things. So I decided to A, write a little bit about it, and B, make this video about it as well. Right, see you in the next blog issue recording session.